Hey all, this is Eucep again, and today I'm having a look at Sunspot. And as you might notice, he isn't looking as default. That's because, well, I've panel lined him with an orange real touch marker. I decided let's spruce him up because I noticed there were so many panel lines on him which really were barely visible, same as on his original paint scheme. You really don't see them despite them being there. So yeah, I thought let's give it a go. I only paid €6 for this one, so why not? As you can see, it really brings him out, and more so when he is in his plain mode, which I'll show in a moment. Altogether, not a bad little toy. Most probably know him for being an excellent army builder, and I can highly agree with that. You can individualize them quite well due to working with the wings that they have, with the way you put the arms, even with the way you can position the head. Like you can make him more a hunchback or with the head up high. Whatever you really like. Has highly mobile joints with pretty much ball joints everywhere in the shoulders. You see one here, but also one for the wings, one in the elbow, a ball joint in the hips, no waist, but that's not really a big problem. Swivel under the hip, swivel in the knee. He is designed to be digitigrade, so with the usual movie aesthetics. And he has the gimmick with the spring claws, but at least on this one, yeah, it really works. It pretty much always works, so nothing to really complain about that. However, he can be somewhat difficult to pose properly, but that just takes a bit of fiddling and, well, you get an excellent looking little figure. If you put him side by side with the original, well, you can see the difference. It's, I think, one of the most extreme changes in paint scheme, and I really dig it. There's of course the additional changes in extra decals. So like you have this Decepticon symbol on this arm panel with replaced with the 808 on the original, and on the wings you actually have the same symbol there, but on the wings on Sunspot there's nothing. Now let's have a look at him in his plain mode. Alright, of course you can put in the axis still either by the peg in hand or by the clip on the arm. So I really like the level of freedom that you get with this figure in order to put him however you want. Just a question of pegging it in. However, I will say, compared to the original, this is a bit tougher to get in. So, those out of the way. Let's move the shoulders. You move down, which eventually opens up a place where this can slot in on the shoulders. Make sure the arms are behind the legs. The legs themselves move forward like this. Fold back the feet. Then take the head, slide it into there. Then move this up so you have room enough to work with. Go onto the back. Upper arms fold in here. You have the lower arms, they also peg in. As you can see, there are now little slots open, so he can peg in with the nose. Take the wings, stretch them out, and peg them in. Then, well, you can have him in, of course, the Jurwalk mode if you want to. However, I find it incredibly silly. It works, but let's go fully onto the plane mode. Also peg in. These are also somewhat of an issue to properly peg in, but once it's in place, it's very sturdy, feels good. And you're left with, well, this spy plane uni-wing thingy. And I dig it. I really love the way it works. The way you have that mono eye now peeking out of the nose as if that's the camera. It really works quite well. You have a single landing piece over here, and then there are these two pegs, which are the backrest when you put him down. Those same pegs, well, you know, they can peg into let's see, that bat plane thingy, Mind Wipe, or any of the recolors of that mold. Pretty simple, but an excellent little figure. Just the looks is awesome, but of course, yeah, as I already said, I've panel lined him up, so you wouldn't have the amount of detail which you currently have here on my version. But getting one of those pens or something else which you can just drip in slightly and then wipe off the excess before it dries up too fast. As long as you can do something like that, you can spruce them up as well. I picked orange because, well, I thought it would be way more pronounced on this white and yellow than using a more standard grey or black. But even those would work on this one. Anyway, this was Eucep. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.